Hello, my name is Gary McGill, and I'm here to tell you my testimony and how I became a LifeWave distributor. I was diagnosed with throat cancer in 2012, and I went through 39 radiation treatments on my neck and about a dozen chemotherapy treatments interspersed with the radiation. After that, honestly, I felt like I was about dead. They put a feeding tube in my stomach because I couldn't swallow anything at that time. And I used the feeding tube for about 6 months. Finally, my throat got a little bit better. And some other things got better, except the swallowing over the years began to get worse and worse instead of better. I went back to a gastroenterologist, and they did an upper GI down my throat, and he told me they were going to have to put a feeding tube in my stomach, and that's the way I was going to have to feed myself for the rest of my life. I walked out and said to myself, I'm going to die. I went down the feeding tube road once. I'm not doing that again. Really, I'd rather die than do that. So that's where I was at. But let me tell you something. I believe in God and I believe in His miracles. And out of the blue, a friend of mine started telling me about LifeWave patches and what they had done for her, and honestly, I didn't really believe what she was telling me. But I thought, you know, what have I got to lose? So I decided to try the patches. I bought a bundle. It's the X39 and X49, and I started using them. In about 2 weeks, it seemed like it was something going on. Certainly wasn't an overnight fix. In about 2 months, I was sure there was something going on, and it just kept getting better and better and better. Today, I can swallow. My lungs are clean. They used to be just full of all kinds of stuff. I would cough up all the time because of the inflammation due to aspirating. My lungs are clean. It's a miracle. It's an absolute miracle. And I do attribute that miracle to God. He answered my prayers. Somehow, out of nowhere, He dropped this knowledge on me that I should try this, and I did, and thank God for that. So that's my testimony, and that's why I became a LifeWave distributor, because not to make a bunch of money. I really don't need a bunch of money, but I do want to try to help other people. It's not just cancer. If you got something wrong with your leg or your knees or arm or your neck or your head or internal organs or whatever the case, somehow, as I read about these things, they have the ability to rejuvenate the cells in your body, and somehow they focus on the needy part of your body, and I certainly do attribute this whole thing to God and His wisdom. So if you have anything at all, if you want to look younger, feel better, you know, certainly if you've had any kind of cancer or whatever like I did, give these things a try. I'm going to put my information at the end of the video, and just go on my website and order. I would order the X49-39 bundle, and if you use them for a month, you just put them on your back, on your spine for 12 hours, and then don't use them for 12 hours. Do that for a month, and I honestly believe that whatever it is that's ailing you, these things can help. God bless you.